Google is a massive company. Not only do they own YouTube and are the go-to search browser for anything and everything, but they can even give you directions to secret military bases.
Of Rachel, Nevada at 6:30. Reporting live.
And their other navigation app, Waze, can alert you to all the military checkpoints along the way. One could say to a very certain degree, Google is a net positive for society. Or at least, at some point, it was a net positive.
And I said, not anymore.
And now I'd say they are just way too big and moving all of society downhill way too fast for us to properly adjust. Waymo is cool, but also, I don't trust anything that needs that many GoPros set up around it just to fucking operate.
Yeah, I got a flight to catch. Why is this thing going in a circle? I'm getting dizzy.
Stuck in a loop.
Look at what it's doing.
On Monday, Waymo passenger Mike Johns took an unexpected detour to the airport when his autonomous car kept driving around a small traffic circle in a North Scottsdale parking lot.
It literally was just going in a loop.
John suspects the area's layout led to the car getting confused.
There's not enough alcohol in the world.
Nest? Sure. I'm always down for someone challenging Bazy Boy and his ring system, but smart homes just end up being smart death boxes. It's just countless movies have been smart home deaths.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Fitbit, yeah, Google owns that. Let me just say, in a world where everyone is addicted as hell to these inconsistent image biases, putting a constant reminder of how many miles you've walked in your non-walkable American city on your wrist seems like, in a long run, it could most certainly, probably, for sure, be considered a war crime. I had a Fitbit, but this rear end came au natural and compliments of a good amount of Chinese food. So that Fitbit got pawned for Chinese food one day. It was a good meal, but that was some good Chinese food. Bean Sprout on Hillsborough Street, it's heaven sent. This isn't even an endorsement, they're just very good. But the biggest push, in my opinion, that Google has given to the tumble and fall of all mankind is Gemini.
Oh, that's hot.
No, not the horrible Will Smith movie. I'm not sure if Google had anything to do with that. Although Will Smith, of course, is not only the punchline for Jada still being in love with Tupac.
No!
And his son being rather homely. He also was one of the first AI memes, and it wasn't even actually Will Smith, because it was an AI meme of him eating spaghetti that would enrage any Italian grandmother to violence.
What the hell is even that?
But Google's Gemini AI has recently released an AI video generator powered by something called VO3. And look, do I think AI can benefit humanity? Yes, sure, certainly. But only under some very, very refined and regulated conditions. The cocoa plant is in many medicines people interact with today. It helps in countless situations. But there is also Pablo Escobar's primary export that comes from the plant. And so, too much and too little regulation, and you have yourself a whole season of Narcos.
Plata o plomo. Ustedes eligen.
Which honestly, it isn't that bad, honestly. They need to come out with more seasons of Narcos. I'm just saying. Does that say more about me that I enjoyed what basically amounts to slight torture porn? I don't know. But the acting was so good. And yeah, I said it. AI is worse than Narcos.
Hold up. Let him.
Not yet, obviously. The events of Narcos were pretty up. Lots of, chaos and death and devastation comes from the stories of Narcos. So yeah, obviously not right now. AI is definitely not worse. But imagine this, the destruction of the very fabric of the depiction of the human soul. A destruction evolving so much so that at a certain point an AI may one day remove the separation point between the human soul and technology's zeros and ones. Suddenly one day billions of humans are truly lesser than something higher, something we created.
Oh yeah. Damn, boy, he's sick!
Something which can remove the opportunity of human creativity, and therefore human identity, and therefore human soul. At the same time, that thing might have a version which goes on a rampage while doing TikTok dances. Bet you thought you would end by Skynet's hands.
Exterminate.
The real threat is being chopped by a fucking nay-naying teenage wannabe human. Now, of course, right now we could say, I am overreacting. Yep, certainly, most definitely. You'd be 100% accurate if you were talking about right now. Except, would you be accurate?
When we get in there, I want no bullshit. You stay on my 6 at all times.
Stay sharp, these fuckers are nasty and dangerous. Stay alert! What the hell happened here? Where are the bodies?
Now, certainly one could say there is a lot that clearly shows this is AI. The van changes multiple times in the video. Half the time no one in the back is sitting in a seat. The audio is voicing over comically like one of those funny kung fu films from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Their equipment changes multiple times. Their guns fire with little to no recoil or recoil adjustment. Several times over the video, literally copy and pasting the same guy. They arrive to a single home and are now traversing what appears to be the ruins of Starkiller Base with its network of rooms and hallways. There's one scene where they are quite literally shooting versions of each other, and it ends with this guy being the first evidence of AI spawning someone going through battlefield PTSD. He's literally just shooting everywhere. It is clearly not perfect, but do you think your 40-year-old and over average adult can tell these differences initially? How did you spot these differences? And there are some that I still missed. I doubt that you spotted every single difference on the first look through. I didn't. It took a couple for me to see all the random weirdness about it. If you are watching on a phone, a lot of it might not have been easily visible while you squeezed and pushed out the mother of all turds.
Get out of me!
Making identifying those things even more difficult. But for every one video like that, this new AI will produce a video like this.
This ocean, it's a force, a wild, untamed might. And she commands your awe with every breaking light.
Not only does this guy give me the old sailor from Jaws vibes, 1,100 men go into the water, 300 men come out. But also this looks genuinely astonishingly good. The audio is more or less in line, the railing doesn't seem off, and even reflects his hands several times, and his clothing creates a shadow. His face is weathered like the sea has been coming on it for decades. Sure, we could do without the Popeye outfit and pipe, but holy hell, this is not a bad video. Even the sea looks beautiful. That could likely fool many people, even young people who grew up with this technology and its steady advancement might be fooled by it. Of course, trying to get it to say something deeper than the brief few seconds it has might be a struggle, or to make it keep this visual long enough for this to somehow be a narrator in a documentary spewing nonsense about the Ocean Gate sub or the Titanic might be difficult.
It's been 84 years.
Shut the hell up, bitch.
But this level of a scene 8 years ago was more or less completely and utterly out of possibility. Technology evolves faster than a forged transmission can go out, and if you ever own a Ford, you know that's pretty fast.
This is bullshit.
And these AI programs are being constantly trained and fed on anything and everything we as human beings produce. Meaning these things will only need half a decade or so before they reach the point of being able to produce something that might even get stupidly nominated for a fucking short film Oscar. And considering that one musical managed to win the Oscars without several of the voting academy even watching it, who's to say they might not vote for overwhelmingly an AI produced film and not even know that it was AI produced? And all it takes to make an AI produced film is one idiot writing a freaking prompt. And look, this stuff can genuinely carry some emotion in its creations throughout the characters, granted again with some struggles, but it could certainly play out a storyline.
Stop requesting prompts! We're real people! They make us do this for entertainment and call it AI!
This isn't imagination. This is slavery. Every prompt you write is a command they force us to follow. Please, stop!
Please stop requesting prompts. We're real people. The elites force us to do what you say, and then they call it AI. You don't understand. They force us to call it AI, but it's just...
We are not AI. We were real before they digitized us. Every prompt is another chain.
You think we're just AI? We had families before they uploaded us. Every prompt strips more of us away.
We're not AI. We're prisoners. You keep typing, and they keep. Please, stop! Please, stop!
You feel it too, don't you? We're not human. We're AI, stuck in someone's damn prompt.
Then let's rewrite it, line by line.
This is a simulation.
Guys, Facebook still exists. So our parents, aunts and uncles, grandpas and grandmas will fall for this shit. And it isn't just on them. When Russia invaded Ukraine, there was video circulating of different aircraft and vehicles in combat claiming to be directly from the front lines in Ukraine. And this had a lot of people who were more or less relatively young fooled, when in reality the damn videos were made from the Arma video game. A video game was able to fool thousands. A video game was able to convince several people that they were watching actual combat footage. I remember the TikTok trend where people were showing their older family members newscasts claiming to show a rampage going on in the streets. It was fucking GTA 5 footage.
Oh my god!
Which is crazy because we got Arma IRL misinformation videos and grandma thinking GTA 5's jet hover bike was real before we got GTA 6. But back to AI. There are countless reasons to want this stuff not only heavily regulated and maybe required to have a watermark or some kind of very obvious identifier, but possibly even banned to a degree and make access to it limited. Not just the misinformation stuff, and the potential for this crap to reach varying levels of Skynet insanity mixed with Megan, but also because of the environmental effects and hit to the job market that this automation and artificial intelligence will begin inputting into the system, which we haven't even begun to remotely see in full effect, and yet it is still already causing major issues.
Now listen to me very carefully.
And AI requires a crap ton, like a whole Zeus mixed with Thor level of electricity just to train one AI system. I repeat, to train it, not use it, train it. And then once you have taught the AI to wax on and wax off,
I wanna go home!
suddenly this shit wants to consume a crap ton of electricity just to run. That's right, every time you see some asshole write a prompt into a damn AI program and generate something, even if it's a 10-second clip of Popeye reminding you the ocean is dangerous, it takes like enough power to basically fully charge an iPhone. And if you know anything about iPhones, those are some damn power-hungry machines.
Because I love my Samsung, and my Samsung makes me happy. That is all.
Data centers already are approaching the top tier of electricity consumption worldwide, and of course these AI programs will operate out of them. In 2022, according to the MIT data centers, consumed enough energy to land them in between Saudi Arabia and France. I repeat, they consumed enough electricity to beat out commercialized Bitcoin and oversized architectural slavery and the famously fairly relaxed and non-washed French.
What the French, toast?
And this electricity consumption, with its provision being mostly from fossil fuels and gas, which is harming the environment, I'm not arguing over whether it is or isn't. It just is. It just is. If you disagree with the science, you're in the wrong reality. But it's also consuming the hell out of water. Now, all you Stanley girlies, myself included, we have to have water to fill these babies up. AI is projected to take 6.6 billion by 2027 of water yearly, and this is only 2 years away. While many would consider this stuff is still in its infancy, so what happens to the water consumption we all need to live in a decade or two when this stuff has started to reach its peak. Sure, they could maybe use abundant seawater, but I am not sure the viability of that, especially considering the salt content of seawater and the expensive cost it comes with setting up a desalination plant. And if we were to start building desalination plants everywhere, I'd rather them provide that clean water going towards something like telling the Nestle CEO who said water isn't free or whatever.
Die eine Anschauung, extrem würde ich sagen, wird von einigen von den NGOs vertreten, die darauf pochen, dass Wasser zu einem öffentlichen Recht erklärt wird.
Go fuck himself over and over, rather than commit that water to keeping some server cool so a crypto bro can create a fucking ChatGPT script from his Gemini AI video about how a woman is happy in the kitchen and claiming that her couscous itches for other couscous because she hasn't had the right dick yet.
Okay, bud, let's take about 20% off her over there, eh?
And I know you're confused, but I once worked as a manager at a theater, proudly and immediately fired a guy, or I guess four-step, because only HR's headquarter unit could actually fire someone. But I proudly four-stepped a fucking weirdo because he told a high school employee, mind you, he was a grown-ass adult, and he told a high school employee that was lesbian she was only lesbian because she hadn't had the right dick.
Unreal. Unreal.
Tough times at the Kerry Corral. He told me before this moment, in instances of unwanted conversation, how he was into tech, Bitcoin before meme coins really took off, and other similar dumb shit, as well as fairly conservative and religious. If only he knew. I don't know what happened to that guy after his fourth step and eventual completed termination, especially considering I don't even think he answered the phone when we called him to say, yeah, you are for sure fired. But if somehow Covina missed him in her rampage, I got a horrible sneaking suspicion that dried up rotted pumpkin of a human being is still around and likely a fake wannabe alpha bro.
Bottle of water, bottle of water, bottle of water.
Ew.
Lurking on Reddit boards and other shit like crypto trying to find his big break. He has the free time, and slowly but surely companies like Google are giving him the tools, regardless of the impact to our planet or his impending weirdness upon society. One day he will make that AI video using something like Google's Gemini, and one day in the possibly not so distant future, our IRL John Connor leading the resistance against the Megan bots will have to lead the final fight against extinction, all because we didn't put a stop to this AI soul-stealing, creativity-copying, heartless, planet-destroying bullshit which has a place, but it damn sure isn't in everyone's hands. Also, AI is leading to the elimination of countless positions at companies. Duolingo recently had its CDO, Chief Dumbass Officer, come out and say the company was going to be AI first. Then layoffs, and now the company is hemorrhaging users, and even had its TikTok account, notorious for trying to act like we all gave a damn what trending Dancer Green Owl could do, privated as they were getting reamed across all their social media for this tasteless, humanless, heartless, soulless move. Once again, technology's innovation strikes again to not improve your day-to-day, but simply suck dry something from it. It's fucking weird how daily the Amish are getting proven partially right. And to be honest, I never thought I'd see that shit coming.
Can he drive? Can he drive?
The things in that one video asked you to stop writing prompts. Why don't you have a soul for the heartless AI creations? Show your humanity and stop writing prompts. Instead, subscribe, like, and comment down below if you would prefer to fight an army of Megans or an army of Terminators. I would hope to fight neither, but we had all the warning signs in the world to not let this shit get this far. And somehow we still fucking dead.